Honestly, didn't expect that you guys would be this chummy because I was expecting.
Wow.
So that's another thing that is surprising to me. But we're gonna get there much later. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Gigi, and then I would go to Victory. So obviously, the day they evicted you, you were having a conversation. I don't remember who you were having a conversation with, but you were talking about, you know, how can you go? You're a flirt, you know.
It was, you know,
you shake your collar, yeah. You're shaking your behind for people. You know, how can you go home? And unfortunately, that happened. So it's more about, we didn't see the part where you flirted a lot. So that's where I'm interested about. So give me the tea.
The tea is what we realized when we came out is that the cameras pick and choose what they want the viewers to see. There's some conversations that we had, the viewers didn't see them, and we were like, oh wait, you guys really don't know that. But the whole flirtation part, well, everyone knows that in the house I was very quick with my wit. And like the banter, especially with like a lot of the guys in the house, it's my way of joking, and everyone has their coping mechanisms. But for all my life, like, I've been using that quick banter to get at people. I think there was one time that Jason said something because Dede brought up the whole bed swapping thing that we wanted to do this week.
Yeah.
And Jason was like, no, Gigi, I'm not participating in the game. My body is a temple. I was like, a temple I would like to visit, but okay.
Ooh.
So yeah, like, I'm very quick with it, and everyone knows. Even like K-Bobo, we go back and forth, and that's just my way of joking. And even like that conversation with Kola, even if I was like, I'm not going home, I'm a flirt, I'm this, I wanted him to feel better. Because Kola and I constantly were talking about our safe spaces are decreasing more and more. And I really am rooting for him. I think he's an amazing person. I feel like a lot of people in the house painted him out badly to me.
In the house?
Yeah, in the house.
Outside?
In the house. Definitely painted him out badly to me in the beginning. And I was like, no, that's not the case. He's a really calm, genuine person. So yeah, that's what happened with the whole flirtation side of me.
Okay. It's funny because you got the most, I don't know if you've heard about it, you got the most screen time. It was almost like there was a narrative. Me? Yeah, you did, actually. Now, maybe they picked. Or you're just hearing it for the first time.
Yeah, I am.
Ask around. You did. You know, but I don't know if they were picking certain times to show you. There's been a narrative outside that you paid to get that much screen time. I'm not even joking.
I did not pay. I've been auditioning. Do you know I've auditioned 6 times in 7 years, and this was the time that I finally got in. And the funny thing is, I did not know that. But I saw one comment, and they're like, oh, the only reason why Doris keeps mentioning Gigi's name is so she can get more screen time. I was like, what are you talking about? It's almost like,
if you want your fave to get screen time, go sit near Gigi.
Oh,
for real, though.
Wow, okay.
For real.
Oh, wow.
So it's either Kayode or whatever, like the cameraman or the men, they loved you or whatever that was.
Who's Kayode again? Is that what they call?
General term for it. So a major narrative, especially like the first 3 weeks, was that Gigi was dumped and humiliated. Do you agree with that statement?
That I was dumped and
humiliated. Like you were humiliated.
I would say that I wasn't humiliated per se, but I was like, bro, you're making me look dumb. Like, in the sense that I'm still respectful, and that's just how I am as a person. Even if I hate you, I'm not going to call you out of your name. I'm not going to be like, oh, don't go talk to this person. But for me, I was like, it's a little bit embarrassing. And I've never heard anyone ever say Gigi and Mumu Button in the same sentence until I reached the house. So it was kind of like an eye-opener for me.
Okay.
But I was okay with it. And like, especially with the whole dump situation, I wouldn't say it was if they showed everything, it wasn't really a dumping, was it? Like, it was proper, like, back and forth. But yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to get there. But as much as, you know, at some point the viewers did think that, you know, Victory needed some little whipping, right? It also felt like I think it was the second week you guys, you know, were done, right? Mm-hmm. So it also felt like you took it more than what it was, at least from what we saw, and you kept dragging yourself back in. That's what you guys saw. Yeah. So why did you keep? Because it was like, you know, we're done, but you just kept going back. You kept going, and then you made it look like, you know, like it was. I mean, it was just 2 weeks. You made it look like you guys were dating for like.
Thank you, Kayode, for
8
not
months.
showing the full thing. Basically, what had happened was we actually had more conversations, and there were conversations that he would be like, "I like you, like let's try again," and
Oh,
yeah, there were actually those conversations. In my favorite spot, the garden, that couch at the deep end of the pool, we had a lot of conversations. So it wasn't just me dragging back. I was given a green light and I was taken a yellow light. Now, the main thing is that we have nothing to talk about in that house, current events or anything. To keep ourselves preoccupied, we talk about each other. So it wasn't just me talking about anything or me dragging everyone else into my situation. Everyone else was talking about our situation. So then the only time that you truly saw people were like gathering around the round table is when we did the whole thing with the Mirinda bottle. Yeah, when we did like, okay, if you have the bottle, you could speak. That's the only time people finally were like, Gigi, so are you emotionally connected to? I was like, what the? And then afterwards, people come up to me, yeah, because we think this and we think that. And then I even found out that morning, everyone had like a roundtable discussion on their own. Like, oh, so this is that and this is that. So I'm not trying to drag people into my situation. Everyone wants to be involved in the situation. So it's just really frustrating.
Okay. So going back to day one, let's just say a restart button. If you had not shipped with Victory, who do you think you would have shipped with?
Nobody at that house.
Are you for real? Because from day one or day two, you're already talking about the boys doing like shipping and everything. So are you sure?
So do you want to mention a name?
I don't remember. I remember you having the conversation, and then I remember Sabrina saying, "I think Carla likes me." At that point, initially, but I don't remember. But I remember you know, talking about the boys. Like, who do you think this person likes? All of that.
Oh yeah, because we were all trying to figure out what's going on, but at the end of the day, we were all trying to be respectful. Like us girls, we were trying to be respectful of each other and be like, if that guy likes you, then hold on, let me like back off. When it came to shipping with anyone else, I genuinely don't see myself shipping with people. I didn't even see myself in a ship in there. I didn't consider it a ship. We said it wasn't a ship, but what did I call it? I called it a canoe.
Yeah.
Vicky called it a canoe. But I don't see myself in a ship with anyone. I turn them into my friends because what I learned and what I grew from in the house is I rather keep really good connections and friendships and not mess it up getting into messy situations. So, yeah.
If you say so. What I mean is I feel like this was more than friendship initially. That's
Oh, yeah, definitely.
True. Yeah. So
I would never I would never dispute that. It was definitely more than friendship.
Okay. So did you like Denari initially?
No, not like that. I was open to talking to everyone. When I got into the house, I said, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm not going to close myself off to anything, but I will not do certain things on TV, and that was, give people extra views. But the one thing that I did do with Denari is I just got to know him as a friend, and I could tell that he needed a friend to really bring him out of his shell and someone to feel comfortable with. Because in that house, when you're in a house with 28 other people, but you still feel very lonely, and there's very big personalities, and you're wondering, how can we actually be seen or heard? Because you'll see the cameras you see them everywhere. The viewers don't, but we see them constantly. We see all the microphones and everything. And I just was like, you know what? Let me talk to him. On the first 3 nights, I don't know if they showed it, but Denari had us laughing and we were crying so hard our stomachs were hurting. I was like, you really need to show people this. Like, come out of your shell a little bit. So by me attaching myself to him, it was for his own benefit. I was like, bro, I think you're like gonna be great. Like, don't forget, yeah, we're in this house together and we all have to get along, but just think about like your outside future goals. So through that, I was like, let's do it. Let's get it. You're gonna be fine. Did I like him initially? No, I didn't. In that sense of like a ship or anything, but as a friend, I thought he was a good friend. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about this because you were kind of like in the middle of all of it, and that is the Sultana and Koyin's kiss, right? Yes, because you were inside. So I have to ask you.
No, I was inside. Yeah.
So it's like, Ibuka reveals the whatever that happened, the kiss between Koyin and Sultana, and you're like, a bit disturbed, and this is where I'm going. You had a conversation with Koyin, and then he felt like you were inserting yourself, or you wanted to insert yourself. That's why you were that concerned. But you told him to stay away from Sultana. Why was that?
It was messy. It was becoming very messy.
What made it messy?
What all did you people see? Like, did you see?
Tell us what it was.
Okay. What it basically was that Jason and Sultana were obviously developing feelings, and they were getting close to each other. And the main thing is they had a lot of conversations. I mean, everyone linked Jason to Dede, and everyone linked Sultana to, I'm not sure who at that point, but they had open conversations. And because he didn't find out that kiss part, he was pissed off because they talked about everything else but that kiss. Now,
which do you think he was pissed about the most? The situation with the fishes or the situation with Sultana?
It was probably equal, to be honest. Like, he just felt disrespected on both levels, because what Koyin did was, there was one night that Koyin was in Sultana's bed, just like asking her a question. Like, he legit plopped himself down and was like, I have a question. Do you really like me? And I was like, oh, Sultana told me this like the next day, because we actually, her and I obviously talk all the time.
Okay, so it was more about the closeness with Jason and Sultana. That's why you did tell him to stay away.
Yeah, I just said, just keep your distance, because I don't want you to... I think I was trying to say it like, just keep your distance, bro, because it's like unnecessary. Like, they were coming at each other, they were throwing stray bullets. I was like, come on, you guys, grow up. Like, is it really necessary? But yeah,
because I'm pretty sure, I don't know what they call themselves, but there are a couple of like some set of people who want what's his name now, Koyin and Sultana to be a ship. So it was like, why would you tell him? But away from that, now that you've come out, have you figured out that kiss was not a game?
Pardon?
So you still don't know.
Y'all don't understand how
it would happen twice. It happened twice, the same day though. Ooh. So it was like they were sitting. Obviously, we couldn't hear the conversation, and it was like, they're locking lips. Stood up, moved, and kissed again. So it was not a game. But I think at that time, it wasn't a game. Wait, is it that you guys don't know this? Nobody has told.
No, like,
it wasn't a game.
Yeah, but I mean, you speculated this. Like, you were like, something probably happened.
It was like, not a game. So there was definitely something there. It was not a game.
See, so that's the thing. Like, there's stuff that I still don't know, and this is why people are like, Gigi, Sultana's not your friend. Or people are like, Gigi, there's a lot you don't know. We're still very removed from the world. Like, we have no access. All the TVs that we're watching, like, even in the hotel, we have no access to watch the show. We have no clue what's going on. So I'm trying to like scroll back through like the YouTube clips and everything. But at the end of the day, they always tell us like, don't get too caught up in watching clips, because you're going to see comments. And the comments are, some will get you down and they'll get you in your feelings. So
yes, he was also mad at Sultana, but I think it was more, like he was hit more by the fishes thing. And this is why. So he's having a conversation after a while to sort of fix whatever it is with Dede, right? And she goes and she asks him, so I don't get it. Like, you took this long to hear me out, because she kept wanting to talk to him, and he said no, but you forgave Sultana a while ago. And then she's laughing like, and then he goes, do you know why? Because our friendship was deeper. So he kind of insinuated that, maybe at the time though, whatever happened, he felt like he had not romantically, but like a stronger friendship with her. But anyways, now that you know how everything played out, how do you feel about the situation?
I think it's messed up. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, the one thing I say is that everyone's like, this house isn't real. Yeah, the house isn't real, but like the people and the feelings are definitely real. You don't play mental games with people like that. You don't lie like that. And the one thing I told her, one interview we had yesterday, they're like, but did you tell her to tell the truth? I was like, oh, you guys really didn't see anything. I actually was on her often. I was like, Salty, tell him. Like, if you want this to be right, you have to tell him everything. And I was like, going through it with her, I was like, it was a game, right? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I don't know, I was a little bit tipsy. I was like, okay, but you can't use alcohol as an excuse, because he's not going to see that as an excuse. I was like, you need to just be upfront, just come clean with it. And I obviously didn't know, because she didn't come clean with me, so there you go.
Okay. But I mean, I don't know what week was, whether I was first or second, you had like a heated argument with Faith. That was a big deal.
Why is that everyone's favorite conversation?
Because that was the most chaotic thing.
Was it? That I've done?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I guess. So it was, and also because you didn't seem like the type to go off like that. So I think that was quite surprising. So just, going back and forth, cussing yourselves out. What was the situation? What really happened? Because we didn't watch it like from the beginning.
Mandem is condescending. It started off in the arena games for AdMe, and still shocked that my team won that game. It just goes to show that chaos can still prevail. Basically what happened, it was in the arena, and he took the sole decision upon himself to be like, okay, you're doing this, you're doing that. I was like, I don't want to do that. We don't have to do that. Can we make a decision as a team? Let's hear everyone out. And he's like, no, I'm always right. And I was like, pause, but okay. So then he went about it, and what now happened? I was like, I don't want to talk about it right here. Like, we could talk about it in the house. And one thing about Faith is he tries to go to other people. If you're not listening to him, he'll turn around to someone and explain. Turn around to another person, explain. Turn around to another person and explain. And I'm like, stop talking about it. I don't want us to get in trouble in the arena. Like, just shut up, please. And I was trying my bestest to control my temper that I had to move. And even the other housemates, they're like, Gigi does not, like, pop off. And for me, the first thing I did, I was like, I don't want him to come up to me. We went outside for, like, the break when they were judging our food. I went and sat on the couch far away. He now came up to me. He's like, Gigi, come here. We're talking about this right now. I was like, my own father doesn't talk to me like that, so you will not talk to me like that. The one thing that Big Brother stresses is that when we all enter there, we're on equal playing fields. None of us is above each other. So he just kept overemphasizing, come here now, Gigi. I was like, bro, your mouth buys you your problems. This is the only reason why I'm fighting with you. Learn to shut up sometime. Like, it doesn't take that much just to shut up. And I've been saying this every single interview. You could be intelligent and carry people along, and you can be intelligent and overshadow people in the sense that you're so condescending, and that's what he does. And he's very smart. I give it to him. He has basically calculated and manipulated a lot of people in that house, and he will take your weaknesses and play on you. And the reason why I say that is he actually confessed it in Unmasking, that secrets, and he will, like, play with your secrets and, like, you know. So then we went inside, and the first thing the guy does as soon as they say, oh, goal-getters won, I'm always right. What did he say? I never lose. I never lose. I always win. And Mandem was approaching me. I was like, get away from me. What don't you understand? Just keep your distance. That's one thing about him. A lot of people don't realize he'll keep coming up to you and antagonize you. Like, there was one time about the lighter. He was, Bright, say sorry now.
Yeah,
10,
watch that.
9. We're like, you're counting down for a grown man. Are you kidding me right now? Like, it's very frustrating when it comes to him. But for me, I just learned, like, you know what? Mandem will be who he wants to be all day long. So I just am going to walk away and try and keep my mouth shut. But yeah.
So clearly you still feel the same way about him even now. Definitely.
Absolutely. Mandem is still calculating, still manipulative. He's still condescending. So even, I think most of the fights that anyone had, if they say who had the most fights in the house with or clashes when it came to, like, teams or anything, it'll be Faith, right? Yeah, it'll be Faith.